All right. All right. And one, two, three. Hey y'all, hey, it's your host Ebony K y'all, and we're back with season 1, episode 2 of Sugaboxx Talk with Cocktails, y'all. Today, y'all, I have a host. Now that we cleared the air and y'all are up to date with my life so far from the first episode, it's time to roll and keep it pushing, y'all, okay? So today I have a great, amazing, talented, I'm talking about visually talented photographer here, visualist. I think he could do a little film if he really wanted to. I feel like he could touch all aspects of the lens, if you ask me. But his name is Javi, y'all. But before I bring him in, y'all know we have the cocktail of today, y'all. So right now, today I feel like we should keep it classy. We have a photographer here. And what do you do when you go and look at pictures, y'all? Y'all have a nice glass of wine, keep it cute. I did also do a video on just showing you like how to pair wine, how to get your full 4 glasses out of the wine and everything. So y'all can look forward to that later on in the show. So today I did me a glass, which y'all can also see. I put everything up for y'all, but it is a glass of red. Y'all know I love Merlot, or either I love a Malbec. This right here is a really heavy, bold Merlot. So cherry flavor, very bold in taste and things like that. So yeah, so y'all just watch the video, watch the cocktail hour, and y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. So cheers. We're gonna cheers before the show start. Okay. Now, now that we got that out of the way, y'all, let's go ahead and bring our guest in. I didn't tell him to bring wine. I guess I should have told you to bring some wine. But it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're gonna go ahead and bring Javi in, y'all. Bring Javi in. Hey, Javi.
What's going on? What's going on?
Okay, welcome to Sugaboxx Talk with Cocktails. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on the cocktail for you right now because I know you're more of a conservative man and things like that. So I'm not gonna pressure you too much on the cocktail this time, but just know you do owe me a cocktail.
I got
Okay.
you. I got
All
you.
right. All right. All right. So go ahead and tell them about yourself. Tell the viewers a little bit about you. Introduce yourself to them. Let's see your pizzazz. Come on
Yeah,
now,
okay.
sell it,
Yeah, yeah,
sell
yeah.
it.
So I'm Javi. I've been a professional photographer for about 4 years. And then before that, I did 11 years in the music industry as an educator and a sound engineer. So between my work in photography and music, I've got, yeah, about 15 years experience just making people look and sound beautiful.
Okay. Okay, you want to give us a little snippet? Okay, we'll take the snippet. So, for the ladies, how old are you, Javi?
Yeah, I'm 33.
Okay, okay, 33. That's young. You got you got a full span to go,
Yeah, yeah.
full span to go.
Got a few
Okay,
minutes left.
okay. So I just got a few questions to ask you.
Sure.
So let's just hop right into it. We're gonna go into that first question that everybody want to know, like
Okay.
what really made you choose to be a photographer? Because most boys growing up, they see the firefighter, they see the policeman, they see the different workers like that. And what really drawed you to photography? Made you want to be a photographer?
Yeah, if I'm honest, so it was a couple things. Like the first thing was my own mother. Yeah, like me and her
Okay.
have really bad memory. Like both of us is horrible. So um, her big thing when I was growing up was to keep like she did a bunch. She did like scrapbooking and photo albums and all of this stuff because she was like, it's the only way that I can really like remember everything that happened. So when I kind of transitioned from music to photography during COVID
Mhm.
time, uh,
Mhm.
essentially it was for that same reason. It was so I could remember the things that I did like after college and after those things like that. So um, yeah, I got into photography just so I can remember the life I've lived ultimately.
Right, that's dope for a good memoir.
There we go.
That's really dope. Okay. So when did you realize that you were really good at it? That you had this eye? I mean, because you do editorial, I
Mhm,
see you print, I see
mhm,
you doing a lot of things, high end. Like you have some couture shots, you have some motion shots, like where
yeah.
you and you have some emotional a lot of your shots you can feel the emotion in the pictures. Like
Mm,
when you see the picture, it really make you feel some type of way looking at this picture. You know
mm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a talent. That's very much
Thank
a
you.
talent. So
Thank
when
you.
did you discover you that you could do that? Like what you know,
I know what you're saying.
how did you figure that out?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I really don't think I have, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I have a particular talent for photography. Just like I don't really think I had a
What you mean by
particular
that?
talent
What you mean?
with music. I got you. I got you. Like
Okay.
what I think I have a talent in is just having a like a kind of crazy eye for detail, and it just kind of applies itself to whatever it is that I'm doing at the time, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, when I was a sound engineer, yeah, I turned out to be a very good sound engineer because that same attention to detail to not let things go when things aren't perfect is the same thing that I bring into photography that keeps a lot of mistakes and a lot of kind of imperfections out of my work here in
Right.
photography. So it's I think it's just kind of whatever I end up doing, if that makes sense. Is like as long as you have that attention to detail, the stuff that you generally make tends to come out pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. So who told you that this looked good? Cause something had to happen. Like I just cannot believe that you can put that much movement in a picture
Mm,
to move you inside. Like I could see the picture moving. Maybe just me being a artist in the
mhm,
artistry artist side of things myself has been an
mhm.
actress and things like that. Like I literally can see like that picture come alive. Like I see it come alive.
Yeah,
I feel it. I feel the emotion in the picture.
yeah.
Like it's no, I'm not taking it. Somebody said, "Boy, this is good." Somebody had to let you know, like this is good, and you had to look at it. Like, did you look at it and feel, you know, the like, you know what? Darn,
Yeah.
this is good. Like, what was that first picture for you to be like, you know what? I got something.
Oh, wow. I'm sure there was one picture, and if I'm being honest with you, it probably was the first time that I shot beauty, because that was the first time that I used a strobe to light what it was that I was shooting. And I don't think if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I've ever had like a moment where someone else kind of validated my work in that way. Um, but I definitely myself, when I did that first beauty shoot, that was when I knew that it was like, okay, well, I was really just kind of fucking around and trying to pivot away from music after COVID. And I think that first beauty one was when I was just like, okay, well, nah, this might be able to stand up on its own, and you might actually be able to kind of have a voice for higher brow art here in Atlanta for Black folks, which unfortunately is just not really there.
Right, right. Because I mean, people do want more of the. It's a lot of people that think they're a rapper, and I'm not shooting nobody's dream. They
Mm,
are talented.
mm,
But everybody is talented. So it
yeah,
take that one thing for you to stand out amongst the crowd.
yeah.
Like you got to be Ronald McDonald in the cloud of
Uh,
clowns. Okay.
for real, for real. Yeah, and like ultimately, I think one other thing that really kind of helped with that was understanding that I didn't have to be the center of attention, if that made sense. Like,
No, that make a lot of sense.
yeah, it's a lot easier to make. art that moves other people when you take as much of yourself out of it as you can. So
Mm,
when I started focusing on how can I make dancers look like they can do things that nobody else can do, how can I
right.
make it, kind of show all of that hard work that they put in and really try to tell their story and the things that they pulled out of all of that work that they've done. That was really when I think for me, just like the overall level of the work started to increase for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's really cool. So where you do a lot of editorial work, right?
Yes, more physique work now than editorial, but I still do some. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were doing editorial work. So what
Mhm,
would you say, because you've done music,
mhm,
photography with the music,
mhm,
photography in motion, which is dance.
mhm.
You've done, all these different lines of photography. So, which one would you pick that you enjoy the most?
Like between
Um,
all of the different genres that I've shot.
yeah, through the different genres.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, I've settled on physique right now because
Hmm.
editorial, like, don't get me wrong, editorial is beautiful, and if like you wake up in the morning thinking about editorial shots, absolutely do that because the money's definitely there. But for me, like having gone to high school with a lot of dancers and a lot of very physical people, and then majoring in kinesiology myself and health science and exercise science, uh, it just made the most sense for me to kind of double back and start focusing on athletes and dancers and things like that. So
Yeah,
even though I think my editorial work is very pretty, it just doesn't really speak to me in that way, if that makes sense. And the thing
it's
that
so
actually speaks,
clean.
there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, because that same attention to detail is still there. You feel me? But like, if you were gonna ask me like if I had to do it for free forever, yeah, it definitely just wouldn't be editorial because it's just not really what speaks to me. But the
Yeah,
athletics and kind of showing off what the human body can be and what the human body
I
can't.
like the physique.
Yeah,
You
that.
love that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I'm glad you got around to saying that. I'm glad that was your answer because
yeah.
that really like warms up into the next question.
Sure. Okay.
When you speaking on physique, liking to shoot physique and stuff like that. So, have you ever thought of being a porn photographer or porn doing porn, filming porn in any type of way? I have to
Yeah.
ask the question. I gotta ask the question.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, when I was a lot younger, when I was maybe 22, 23, I really
I
thought that
mean,
I
you're
would.
still young. What's that? 10 years ago?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think it does just kind of show how much 10 years can kind of change your mentality on what you think you want to do. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, when I was 22, I saw this website called Hegre, Hegre. It's a Swedish guy, and they make um it's like it's porn, but they care a lot more about aesthetics. So they care to light things
yeah,
um, with a lot more intention than kind of mainstream porn and things like that. And that really did something for me because it's like, yeah, porn is cool, but if what I care about is like really kind of focusing on what makes you physically like superior to other people, then it's just like, yeah, you got to be able to light it right. You got to have your sound right. And that isn't really what people come to porn for most times. Uh,
right. They wanna. You
Straight
gotta
up,
hit
it's
that
about the
angle. It's
action.
about
You know
that
what I mean?
angle.
Yeah, for real.
About that angle, like you got that right angle.
And I'm not mad at that. It's just in the same way that I was saying with editorial stuff, it just I had to kind of get to a point where I realized, okay, well, every time that I stop a scene to like get the lighting perfect when it was just
Yeah,
good and blah blah blah, it's all cutting the action. And if that's the point of porn, then that's not really my vision either. So it's like I do love nudity in my work. I
yeah,
do love kind of the vulnerability that comes with nudity, but uh, if I need people to focus on aesthetics, even if you make erotica, like erotica is different from pornography. So
right.
my thing is like, yeah, I'm sure I'll probably circle back into some kind of pseudo erotica.
Erotica,
Yeah, 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 things like that, but probably not
because
for.
erotica is more like silhouette. right? Like
So
silhouettes and
the only difference between
um
like erotica and what I do now is just like not willingly hiding the genitals, like to have uh like the sexual parts of us be a part of the frame purposefully. The work that I do
okay.
now just kind of shows nudity for the sake of showing musculature and things like that. But if
Right.
I do erotica, then the posing
You're
changes. Like,
showing
yeah,
the whole body
yeah,
physique. Okay.
yeah. So a little bit
Yeah.
different. Close to porn, but it is still different.
It's artwork at this
Uh-huh.
point.
There you go. For real, for real.
It's artwork. That's what it is. It's artwork at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my next question that I got for you, so what would be your dream shoot? Like, what would be your dream shoot?
Yeah, so I was actually really close to having it about 6 months ago. There
Hold
is,
up, nah. I didn't say dream fantasy. I
yeah,
said
no, no, I got what you mean. I got what you mean. Yeah, no, it's there's a lady, uh, Letitia Buffard Roop. She is a French ex professional ballerina. When
Mhm.
she retired, she started doing like traveling model work, that kind
Okay.
of thing. And I remember, like, I think she was the first wallpaper on my computer when I was in college. Um, so working with her was my dream, and she was in like the States last year, and she was checking to see if she was going to come down and do any work in the South. So she actually reached out to me. The shit was crazy, and
Oh, okay.
I was available, and the schedules didn't line up, and it killed me. But doing a shoot with her is straight up like that's when I'll know that I've made it, essentially, because it's just like, okay, well, I've been looking up to you for 10 years and your work has been beautiful forever, essentially. So if I end up actually working with her and we end up making something cool, like how cool would that be?
Right, right. What, like you said, everything is about timing,
Uh-huh.
and it just show you how close it is. So
Yeah,
it
for real.
will come back around. It will
Yeah,
come back around in perfect timing. So
yeah.
that's good. Look how you leading into my questions. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And, yep, Pisces energy right there.
Nice.
Okay, so so my next question is just what do you feel like is like, let me see how can I work this. But what do you feel like, what is holding you back, like from reaching to the next level? Because your work is on the next level.
Hmm.
Like your work is on the next level.
Hmm.
I
Thank
see
you.
some people that's on the next level who work is not is as good as yours.
Yeah.
So, to see that, and what do you feel like is your biggest holdback on reaching that next level?
Yeah, so like a big part of photography in terms of just like ambition, I suppose, in the photographic industry is really big on just being outside all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you kind of do have to just be everywhere all the time. And I like from the times that I was doing music and kind of campaigning for my nonprofit in music, like I've been outside all the time in my 20s, and like I just don't really have that kind of drive anymore. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in the streets all the time. I don't want to have to be at all of the events. I don't want to be missing sleep because I still got a 9 to 5. You feel me? So like I think like the ultra kind of young man grind hustle culture type shit. Like I'm just
Right.
not there, bro. You know what I mean? I'm focused on making the best art that I can. If a
So
billion,
what do you feel is not putting you there? Because is it like you need more energy? Because then that's where, vitamins come in. That's where, just seeing overall health and things like that to give you extra energy because you are young.
mhm,
And at your age, you know, the mind plays a big part in us at that, right in that beginning of 30s age, in the 20s, beginning of 30s space. Like, no
mhm,
matter who you was raised around or anything like that, it's like a chemical
mhm,
balance in your that, because you're getting older,
mhm,
but you're like in a limbo. You
mhm.
get what I'm saying? So it could cause you to be stagnant energy, where it's like, things are coming, things are there, things is possible,
Yeah.
but I don't have the will. I'm like, whatever, kind of thing. Like, whatever, it'll come back. I can do it again. I could do. I'm doing this or
Mhm.
whatever, but in a more go getter fashion, because at the age that you are, to have a go getter mentality right now will set you up to be in that lack state 10 years from now. You get what I'm saying? And you won't be like a lot of people at the end of 30s, early 40s that's got their foot on the gas.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So,
do. I think
you know,
I think it's first of all, I think I'm about to say something that's very unpopular here in the US at least. I think when we're talking about making art, I feel like America pushes everybody to just like, if you're not trying to be great, then why even do the shit that you're trying to do? You know what I mean? And
mm-hmm,
ultimately, I don't really ascribe to that anymore. Again, that's how I think I carried myself and I structured my business when I was still in music. Um, but for me here with photography, like I've had a bunch of people ask me, like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You could be making 10K a month if you were just like back doing fashion editorial and things like that. So like why don't you, like, you can have your little physique stuff, but like also why not still like get a crazy bag? And for
right,
me, I'm just like, I will never whore myself for my art. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that I make are very close to me. You feel me? And
yeah,
greatness or recognition or clout or any of that shit, even bread, if that starts to get in the way of why I choose to make my art ever, you know what I'm saying? Then it's
mm-hmm,
gotta go ultimately. And what I saw when I was in music is that, yeah, a whole bunch of shit gets in the way. Like if you don't know what your goal is when you're making your art, then you'll lose it as soon as people essentially throw a couple racks in front of you. And
right, right,
essentially I see that coming with the photography too. If I don't make a stand to say I'm doing this to keep my anxiety pushed off and to keep my depression pushed off, like if that's why I'm making the art, then allowing anything to come in and disrupt that, even for a bread, even for a better life, you know what I'm saying, like on a monetary basis, it's just not worth
right.
losing that piece.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Like it isn't worth losing yourself for monetary gain. Not
You
at
know what I
all. I
mean?
do not agree with that. But yes, okay. Well, thank you. So, are we getting down to the round of the show? We gotta go. We gotta move along.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So tell them where they can find you at Javi, where they can book you, um, and all those things. Tell them.
Yeah. You can find me largely on Instagram, while that's still around, at I of Hubris. So that is at EYE.OF.HVBRIS. I know people not gonna remember that. I should have had it for my background type shit, but hopefully it'll be in the description. You can find me there.
Yes, I will put it in the description. It will be listed in the descriptions, the comments. Okay. It will be
There we
listed.
go.
And I will tag him on Instagram as well as a
There we go.
collaborator.
Yeah.
So, whoop whoop. All right, so now we're down to this is a little part I wanted to put in. It's called table topics.
Okay.
Yep, this is table topics, questions to start great conversations. Because one thing we know, conversation rule the nation.
Hmm.
So if you don't have no conversation and you're trying to get somewhere, it's gonna be very hard for you to get some fucking where. And
Okay.
you don't even know how to do an opening statement to get what the fuck you need. Oh,
I
it's
got
YouTube. But that's how serious it is, okay? To get
you.
what you need. So let's see, we're gonna pick one. So we'll do what time we got? Okay, so we'll do three. We got
Okay.
time for three.
No
All
doubt.
right.
Yeah.
So the first table topic is what's the secret to having what you wanna know this one. What's the secret to having a good marriage? Because you didn't say you was married. So
Yeah. I'm not
what do
married.
you feel like? We're gonna say, what do you feel like is the secret to having a good marriage?
to be fair, my parents have been married for I think 56, 57 years, and I've
Mm-hmm.
had the pleasure of being able to see how that's worked for 33 years. So what I've seen that works empirically is you have to, one, be able to talk about everything all the time. Yeah. Two,
Okay.
you have to stay interested in one another. And like after that infatuation stage ends, like that is a choice to stay interested in your partner. You know what I'm saying? To stay up to date on what they're doing, what they care about, their dreams, their goals, that kind of thing. Like you can absolutely be with somebody and just kind of put that on autopilot and not really care. You know what I'm saying?
Right. A
So
lot of people do that.
there we go. And then lastly, like you have to understand that over time people are going to change, and if you are not willing to like continuously reassess how you feel about that person as both of you become different people, then
Mhm.
you know you're gonna look up 10 years down the line and not realize that the person that you started dating isn't with you anymore. Like
Yeah.
they're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you can do all of that and still just actively try to love that person, then I think it's a lot higher chance of working
Okay,
out.
look at you. You
You know
gonna
what I'm
make
saying?
a good
You know what
husband
I'm saying?
out
Tightrope.
here. You better get it. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. All right. So next one. What is your favorite quotation?
Oh man. Okay.
I'll give okay, I'll start it off. I'll give you
Please,
mine.
please.
My favorite quote is two wrongs don't make a right. Cause that's one quote that keep me from being wrong, being
Uh-huh.
doing wrong stuff too.
Yeah, so actually, as shitty of the tattoo that I got of it, I got the tattoo from my grandmother before she passed, but it's an old poem and it's called Rage Against the Dying of the Light. So it's essentially about if you know your time is coming, right? And all of our time
Right.
will come eventually. It's
Right.
just saying like just because you're at the kind of final stages of your life, don't just give it up, right? Don't
Right.
just tap out and say like, all right, well, that's it, and lie down and stop doing things. It's like I want to be able to keep creating art until I'm, you know, until I can't walk no more, ultimately.
Right.
So I think just hearing that, you know what I'm saying, when I wake up tired, when I wake up sick, when I wake up, you know, however it go, it's just like, yeah, well, you fight until it's over. So
Right.
yeah, there we go. That'd probably be mine.
Okay. Okay. That. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. It's a nice quote. I gotta read the poem.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
all right. So here's the third one. Which piece of land would you preserve forever? That's a
Which
tough one for me too. I
which
think it would be on the lines of the Pacific Ocean. Is that would that be considered a piece of land? The
so
Pacific Ocean.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's so vague because it's like, is a piece of land like the land that my house sits on, or like a country's land? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
how small you want me to go?
Just a piece of land. I named a piece of land. I said the Pacific Ocean. Name some.
You named an ocean as a piece of land. You
It's
feel
the
me?
land is under the water, right?
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, honestly, bro, I think if we're just talking about the places that I would love to see, bro, save Japan. Like I fear in like
Like
50
you will
years.
preserve Japan
Hell
and
yeah.
let America get bombed.
Hell motherfucker yeah. Hell yeah.
But
Like
this is where you're from. You're not from Japan. Your
just
family is
because that's all
here.
I know. Just because that's
You
all I know.
see,
And again, that's not saying that my family got to stay here. That's not saying all my friends got to stay here. You know what I'm saying? If something was happening to all of the land on earth,
right?
hell yeah. No, yeah, no. Like save Japan first. Japan is
Save
one of the most beautiful
Japan
places in the world,
first.
bro.
Wow. So y'all, that's the end of the table topics. Because we saving Japan before we save ourselves.
Oh no, I'm gonna
I
be
have
over
nothing
there. Fuck
against
that.
Japan. Thank y'all. Y'all make wonderful things,
Shouts
items,
out to Japan, I
household.
guess. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all is definitely the hard workers Okay,
For real,
I'm
for real.
gonna give y'all the salute. I got
For
some
better or
stuff
worse
on the
type
way
shit.
right now. So, but yes, I have very much enjoyed this show. We had a great time, Javi.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Peace
me.
and blessings to all your endeavors that's coming up, and
Thank you.
know that give yourself that extra push. Like
Yeah.
what you got, you working with something that a lot of people don't have. So don't sit on that. Don't sleep on that, as the YNs would say.
Thank you, though. Thank you.
All right now. Thank you. We out.
Take care, y'all. Have a good one.
All right. All right, y'all. So y'all see that was episode 2 of Sugaboxx Talk with Cocktails, y'all. Make sure y'all are following me, subscribing to the YouTube, liking the videos. Y'all make sure y'all are following the guests. We have these wonderful guests on here. Make sure you're going to book them. Um, Also, you guys, make sure you're in the comments. Like, even if you're watching the show over, or pat, it's not live anymore and you're watching it, still comment. I'm in those comments. I read the comments. I'm going to read what they say, and I'm going to answer you in the comments and on the next show. Also, send in those cocktails. We had wine today because I was feeling real art showy. So next, I want those cocktails. I want those cocktails so I could try them here on the show. Send in the ones. It doesn't matter what kind of cocktail it is. I'm gonna try it right here live every Sunday. Sugaboxx Talk, y'all, with cocktails with your host, Ebony K. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Till next Sunday. Deuces. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So shout out to all the Pisces, y'all. It's a Pisces season. Happy birthday to me and to you.